trouble in my skin. Are you India Ari fan?
I know a few India.Arie songs. I mean, I don't know. I would not want to like be like I'm like a big India.Arie fan. But are you
She's
like
like
a big India.Arie fan?
I used to be back in the day. I'm not saying I'm not anymore. But I think I love India because she's a low singing. I love a low singing woman. I love an alto. I love a low rich voice. Is beautiful to me. And she said this song. This is back when I wasn't still religious, but I still had. Yeah, I used to wake up to this song. This too shall pass. It was my alarm thing every morning, and I would like start my day with this too shall pass.
I just remember really loving her raps.
Brown skin.
You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
Her raps, like her head raps.
Oh yeah.
I always thought they were really, really lovely. I was really into Erykah Badu, India.Arie, music. You remember music?
Music Soul Child.
Anyone who looked bohemian Negro, I was really into back in the day. It was really a big vibe for me.
Bohemian Negro is hilarious.
Do you know B. Simone?
Yes, I just saw her hot take.
So B. Simone has done a hard pivot to Christian comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like her content is now like Jesus based. Like a lot of her jokes are like, you tell me her take about being like, I'm not letting nobody who does horoscopes come into my view. Yeah, that was the whole thing. And in fact, here's the video of B. Simone talking about.
This is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be real controversial, but I don't care. I gotta get this off my chest, and I gotta let y'all know I cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope. I can't do it. This war we fighting, I need some intercessors. Y'all over here carrying around sage? Y'all still got rose quartz. I get it. I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm gonna find me a nigga today. Yeah, this rose quartz, this rock gonna bring me my husband. I get it. I have been there. But what I'm saying is, I'm not there anymore. And nothing against the people who believe in that. Just as for me and what I need in my life, I don't need a tool. I need the blood. So if you ain't covered in the blood, hey, you can't go to next year with me talking about did you read your daily microscope? I don't give a damn about what the horoscope say about Aries. What does Matthew 2 and 2 say? Can you pray? All them rocks, all them rocks and herbs. Do you know the Bible? Yeah, I'm leaving that in 2024. I'm leaving that in the past. If you cannot intercede on my behalf with the blood of Jesus and you do not carry the Holy Spirit, you don't carry the Holy Spirit, but you carrying around herbs. If you don't get that dust out of my face and get in that prayer corner and pray for me, I need a friend. I need an intercessor. Jesus, all them rocks.
And that woman on TikTok with the dreads, I love her.
I love her. She's someone I would never want to go toe to toe with.
Girl.
Ever. Not once would I ever want to. I'd be like, you got it, sis.
Yeah, she's amazing.
But
they're amazing, sir. I don't know their pronouns, but they're amazing.
But what I'm getting, watch it. What I'm getting at is so B. Simone, if you look at her content lately, so B. Simone basically, you saw the video, and B. Simone has been making this content where she's like talking about religion and being a Christian and you know, yada yada yada, blase, and how she don't want nobody in her life with crystals who does her horoscopes and stuff. And I want to say there's something that needs to be said about the hard pivot to Christian-based comedy.
I mean, I don't know a lot of people who hard pivot. I mean, maybe I don't know a lot of people that do that. Like, are there a lot of comedians that just pivot to Christian comedy?
Yeah.
I don't know any of them. Who? Ricky
like
Smiley,
Steve
Harvey, Christian though.
Steve Harvey is someone who did it. So Steve Harvey had this whole year he was like, I'm going to be religious. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to start making these kinds of decisions. And also not necessarily just stand-up comedy, but like people who are like pivoting to like religious-based content. People who become Christian content creators out of nowhere. I personally think it's a grift.
Yeah, I guess. But also, I think that, a lot of people find religion at different times in their life where you start out, you grew up religious and then you stray and you backslide and then you find
Slide
religion
to the
again.
left.
Yeah. I don't think it's that. I don't think that's weird. And obviously, celebrities or people who have fame aren't exempt from this experience. But it's just we notice it more because they have platforms and their whole platform. If they go back to church, their whole platform is going to shift, as opposed to your friend Nancy who don't have a platform. Like if she finds the Lord again and finds the light and starts going to church again, no one really notices. But if Steve Harvey does, he's a massive celebrity.
But I guess my question too is like, B. Simone in her comedy, and also sometimes she seems to give like a lot of advice and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of like, I guess how to be successful or live a peaceful life or a happy life or something. But also, I don't know if her life seems peaceful. Like she feels like she's always in some drama.
Is she?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
I
never
mean,
seen B. Simone in drama?
I don't follow.
Oh, there was a
I
whole podcast that got shut down with her, and then she did this big like reveal where she was like, "I'm back." In fact, speaking of being back, we are back with sibling vocabulary,
Yeah, we
and
have.
this is our word. This is each of our word of the day. You all see them right there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you're gonna do?
I mean, I think I'm gonna nail it. Considering how recalcitrant B. Simone is.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
What does a calcitrant mean again, by the way?
You know, you know what it means.
I don't. I literally have no clue.
Bob, you don't know. You don't know what recalcitrantly means.
No, I've never even heard that word.
It means like to disobey, to be defiant.
Oh, work. Thank you for telling me that. You learn
You're
something new every
welcome.
day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and write that word down so I can make sure I have that for my notes later. Just want to make sure I get that in the notes. There we go. All right. But I mean, I feel like B. Simone and what's her name? Jess Hilarious are in this like a black woman TikTok Instagram comedy space. Also, Blame It on Quay is in the same realm.
Yeah, I love Blame It on Quay though. Met Blame It on Quay, great, 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 very funny, very sweet. I love Blame It on Quay. Is that not your experience?
I don't know whether or not Quay is sweet. I don't think I don't think that I would not define Quay as very funny. Like calling Blame It on Quay very funny as well.
Very funny. I said he's very nice. He's very sweet. I just talk about his talents.
You just called him funny. You just said funny.
Did I say funny?
100% you said funny. Without a shadow of doubt, you said very sweet, very kind, very funny.
Well, let me think about that. I do find his skits as TT. I do find it to be very funny, actually. So yeah, but I don't know him to be a stand-up though. I think he's just a comedic actor. Like his brand of comedy is doing skits and doing funny skits and bits like that. But he's not. I mean, that's not wrong. I don't know if he's out here doing stand-up.
But I
I don't
feel
know
like
if he's
his comment is like, look, the joke is that I'm embodying specific stereotypes about black women, and that is the joke. Like the joke doesn't have anything. It's like, like the joke is like, my man better not be talking to no girls, honey, because if
But I
my
think he also
man
does
talks to
physical
any
comedy.
girls, we fighting.
He does a lot of physical comedy, like the one where he's doing like the car thing when he's like between the two cars and it's like stretching him to a thing. And like he does is that is a big part of it. Very Medea, very Martin, very Shanae, very Lawanda, Jamie Foxx. But he's also doing like physical acts. He does a lot of physical comedy. Very like, I mean, again, not the same because I think she's honestly in a league of her own, especially when we were kids. Raven Simone is such a great actress and such a great physical comedian. But it's like very like over the top, like doing like crazy things with his body.
Um, There's something I want to tell you. GG good. 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 House of Avalon. GG good. GG good. GG.
Oh, not about throwing ass.
I wasn't trying. I was trying to do the dance where you kind of skip backwards.
Oh, got it.
The jerk? Is that the jerk?
The jerk, I think. Yeah, it's a jerk.
Can you jerk?
No,
No, of course you can.
I can't.
Macaroni.
Definitely not right now.
Oh, because the foot. How do your feet feel right now? How many days post-op are you?
I'm exactly 3 weeks, 21 days post-op. And they're so swollen. They took off my splints and stuff today, and they're so swollen. And then so I have to wear foot
saw your feet for the first time in 21 days?
Yeah.
And how did you feel? They're swollen, but
Girl, they look gross. They have, because of the swelling, which I didn't know for people who are darker skin, when you have swelling, like you can have a little hyperpigmentation. It's not hyperpigmentation, it's surface pigmentation, which will go away in like a month or two from the swelling there. So they look a little weird. They haven't been like washed or fucking pedicured in 3 weeks. So my feet look gnarly. I do not like, they're like, do you want to do a video? I was like, I'm not doing a video today. Oh, like my feet look. I'm not putting these dogs on the internet right now. Hell no.
You've never gone 3 weeks without getting a pedicure,
or washing my feet, or soaping them, or cleaning my feet? No, never. I never broken
3 weeks out of pedicure.
Huh?
I just went 3 weeks out of pedicure.
Pedicure, yes, but I haven't. They have not seen soap and water.
No, I understand. I understand. I'm so sorry that you're going through that.
It's disgusting.
How do they smell?
They don't smell, actually. I was like, so that was interesting. I was like, there's no smell. There's no smell on my feet.
Maybe because you're not sweating.
Yeah, they're not sweating, and I mean, I've been doing things. Like, I've been taking a warm rag and like doing them, but they're like certain tapes holding the toes, not holding the toes together. Is crazy. There's certain splints positioning the toes, so I can't get those wet. So I basically been able to wash my feet with a warm rag from like the middle, like from your arch back on the top and bottom. So the front part hasn't been cleansed.
Can I tell you what kind of drives me crazy? I don't know why it drives me crazy.
What?
When people act like they've never skipped a shower. I don't know why that drives me crazy, but it does drive me crazy.
What does never skip a shower mean? Like they've never not showered a day in their life?
Like they kind of like insinuate that. Like I will skip a shower maybe like once a week. Maybe that's, I mean, it depends. If I'm working, I will take like 2 or 3 showers a day because I shower before I work and then I shower after I work. And I will shower after the gym. So lately, I have been not skipping any showers because I work out so much, and I've been touring like nonstop. Obviously, I'm going to shower after every show because I am like not only am I sweaty, but like I cannot lay down on a pillow without washing my face. It will look like a fucking mudslide. It will ruin my bedding.
Yeah. So I think I've been into but I like having white or off-white bedding at home. So if I do drag, I shower before I go to bed if I've been in drag. And also, I go to the gym at least 5 or 6 times a week. So I'm also showering every day after that. So I rarely do not shower because I'm either going to the gym or in drag. So I will shower every day.
Like every day of your life it's not feasible. No one's showering every day.
Yeah, every day of your life. I mean, I've definitely skipped showering.
I was like, girl, at the beginning of the lockdown, I was like, I have nowhere to be, nothing to do. I was like,
well, the girlies who are natural deodorant girlies or don't wear deodorant girlies. Also, some adults just I know for me, if I don't shower, 24 hours is the most I can go. I cannot do 48 no showers because my pits start to smell. So I'm not a more than 48 hours girly. I have to, or else I just smell like BO.
I mean, my pits smell before 48 hours. I don't need 48 hours for my pits to start smelling.
No, I can go 24 hours without deodorant. After 24 hours, I have to shower. Get me to a shower.
I have a theory. I think it's about how much deodorant you're wearing all the time. I used to wear a comical amount of deodorant. A truly
Were you a spray or a roll-on?
The antiperspirant, not the gel stuff, the white powdery stuff from I think in third grade, one time, someone called me musty, and it traumatized me very much so. So I became a gold medalist in the hygiene Olympics. An actual genuine gold medalist. Like you would never catch me without a crease in my pants, without this much deodorant, showering this many times a day. You would not catch me in these streets. So I would put on deodorant like this, which I did not find out was too much until I was an adult. Show me yourself putting on deodorant. Show me. You put deodorant on your face?
Oh, I was going through my whole routine. Oh, just
I
deodorant
just want
part?
the deodorant. I just want the
Okay.
deodorant, please. This was me from 9 years old until about 22. '15. From here to here, there came a point where I literally couldn't sweat from my armpits.
That's not even healthy. Well, the girl is like,
Who are you telling? I kept being, I used to never understand why people had pit stains. I was like, why do you have pit stains? Monet, when I would sweat, it would be wet everywhere except here. The whole shirt could be wet, dry.
well, people that get Botox and they say that you can get Botox in your armpits and not sweat in your armpits. I'm like, that has to be, that feels like it'll just, I mean, I guess it just goes somewhere else. But maybe that's why you're sweating so heavily everywhere else, because your fucking armpits were clogged up.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. But I remember one day reading something and someone was like, I remember being like, I was like, I don't, because also, it was one day I was wearing a backpack and I had the sweat mark, and the sweat mark went from here and then it just stopped shy, and the sweat mark didn't. You ever had the sweat mark from backpack?
I don't wear, I had a messenger bag or a rolly bag.
Oh, so you used to have one of these sweat marks.
Yeah.
But even in your adulthood, I guess, I don't have I ever seen you wear a backpack?
I wear backpacks to the airport.
Anyway, and they were like, that's unhealthy.
See, you have to consult someone who's very like sagacious, like Raja. Like Raja, she like in her sage like wisdom, she will like, she is good at. She gives no deodorant, but you don't ever smell it. She's good.
I mean, I don't think you should put on like a lugubrious amount of fucking deodorant. Don't go crazy. Don't be like slathering your whole, you know, um, from the pit to the décolletage.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What? What's so funny? Well, in fact, what's funny after this break? I'm going to get some candy again. So, Monet, you are not currently hosting a talk show. You're hosting a YouTube chat show. What do you call it?
It's a YouTube chat show that I release as a podcast.
So I'm not allowed to call it a podcast. I'm not allowed to call it a talk show. It's a
No,
YouTube.
you can.
I can't call it a podcast?
You can, because we release it up when you talk about the podcast. You're like, oh, I heard on the podcast this morning.
I feel like
But
you told me,
if you watch the video, but like on the YouTube chat show.
I feel like one time you told me it wasn't a podcast. That's fine. You've evolved. So, but is it a talk show though?
Is it? No, it's a chat show.
And what's the
Like
difference?
when I think of talk show, I think talk show have other elements. Like I think about the talk show, right? Wendy Williams is a talk show. Like I just think what makes something a talk show. Maybe like
What makes Wendy Williams a talk show? Like she didn't always have guests.
yes, except when she did a day of hot topics.
So
but
then,
other than that, if it wasn't a day of hot topics, she would do a talk show, a guest. Jenny Jones was a talk show, right?
Jenny Jones was 100% a talk show. This is without a shadow of a doubt.
So I guess what makes it? Should we define what a talk show is? Let me just look up.
I mean, do you know about what happened with Jenny Jones and the gay guy?
No. Okay.
So-
a talk show is a television or radio show in which various topics are discussed informally, and listeners, viewers, or the studio audience are invited to participate. So I think the talk show is a participating.
So you had a.
I did have a talk show. Exchange Rate was a talk show for sure.
What I mean, wait. So is the audience participate? That's what makes it a talk show.
Yeah, maybe a studio audience is what makes it a talk show. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What were you talking about? Sometimes I want to say
Jenny Jones.
So Jenny Jones, the show got canceled because after an episode, she had this gay guy on who wanted to confess his love to a straight guy. I'm pretty sure I might be misremembering a few things here. He wanted to confess his love to the straight guy. The straight guy was like, "I'm not gay. I'm not gay." He got kind of weird, but he didn't go full on like, crazy homophobe. He was kind of like, "I'm uncomfortable." And then later on, when they went home, he went and killed that gay guy.
Yeah, I vaguely remember this.
For
What year
embarrassing.
was this?
Oh my God, this must have been like either somewhere between 1998 and 2001. I would say, Jacob, you can find that out.
Yeah, I used to watch because when I would get like stay home sick or whatever, Jenny Jones was still on the air, so this had to have been like 2000, 2001. But maybe they were showing reruns. No, but that's not the type of show you show reruns though.
No, you do.
Did you?
Yeah, because I mean, maybe not old reruns, but they would show it multiple times a day.
It ran 91 to 2003.
So
yes, that makes sense. Yeah, Jenny Jones. Yeah, I mean,
Jenny Jones. I used to love watching Jenny Jones as a kid. I used to be late to school.
She's the one that had the door, the ding dong.
That's Ricky Lake.
Jenny Jones didn't have a door aspect.
She might have had a door, but I know for a fact Ricky Lake had a door.
That had like the ding dong, and when the ding dong came in, that means it's like some crazy thing was about to happen.
That was Ricky Lake. Jenny Jones might have had a doorbell, but I know for a fact Ricky Lake had a doorbell.
Which was the one that had like all the drag queens on? Was that Jenny Jones?
Maury.
The iconic clip?
Maury.
No, I think it was Jenny Jones had like Shaquita and all of them on it.
I mean, they were kind of all doing it, but the one that did it the most was Maury, which is where the famous quote, "That's a man, Maury," comes from.
About who? Shaquita?
So it was just something that people would say frequently. It'd be a bunch of drag queens on stage, and some of the drag queens were trans women, some of the drag queens were non-binary aman people, some of the drag queens were gay boys, some of the drag queens were cis women. There were all these drag queens on stage, and then people from the audience had to guess who is and isn't a man.
So
and
crazy.
Then this someone famously said, "That's a man, Maury." I don't remember if they were pointing at. They were pointing at somebody going, "That's a man, Maury," which is why I always say Dasaman Maury is a good drag name.
Dasaman is not a name. I guess it could be actually.
Dasaman could absolutely be a name.
I guess it could be a name. You're right. I can hear that. Dasaman
Maury.
Honestly, I might change my name to Dasaman. Dasaman Burton. Dasaman Burton.
Dasaman Maury is a great drag name. What could say Miss Dasaman Maury?
Although Dasaman sounds like a masculine name. Dasaman.
It could be Dasaman, but it's not as good as Dasaman. Dasaman Maury. I mean, did you watch any of those shows? I mean, in the early 90s, these shows were like, they owned the airway. I was a huge Ricky Lake fan. I actually got to be
Jerry Springer.
I actually got to be on Ricky Lake's talk show. Not her talk show, her podcast. Does she have a calendar?
You what?
I got to be on Ricky Lake's podcast.
Oh, really? What was the podcast about?
It was about the Ricky Lake show.
Like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like talking about, because I'm sure Ricky Lake is not absolved from having problematic takes back then. It was just a different time.
I'm not 100% sure what I haven't listened to the episode that I wasn't on, to be honest, but we talked about the impact of Ricky Lake. It was mostly about the guests. Honestly, it was really about me. And then I would we would have a moment talking about Ricky Lake. And I believe the reason why, if I recall correctly, she did with Callan Allen, and Callan Allen didn't watch the Ricky Lake show. So, and a lot of the guests, I mean, I grew up watching the Ricky Lake show. And to be honest, Ricky Lake had one of the least problematic talk shows out there. I mean, when it comes to like Jenny Jones, Maury Povich, and specifically
Jerry Springer
was
problematic. That show, they would literally use it to out people. That show was insane. The fighting was watch it. It was like watching the fucking WWE.
Wasn't Jerry Springer a mayor?
He was a governor, I think, of somewhere.
I think it was a mayor. I can't remember. What was it, Jacob?
Of Springfield, Illinois?
No. He was
Mayor of Cincinnati.
he was a mayor of Cincinnati. Yeah.
Is Jerry Springer still alive?
No, he's dead, girl. He
Damn.
has fully abdicated his duties.
He died in 2023 at age 79.
Yeah, he has fully abdicated his duties as a TV show host.
Yeah, and then his security guard, it became his show, the Steve Wilkos show.
But Steve had a show before Jerry Springer show went off the air.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm almost positive. We can look that up too, but I'm pretty sure that Steve.
Justice for Officer Burke.
Who's Officer Burke?
Where's his show at?
Is that Judge Judy's guy?
Yes. Where's where's Officer Burke's show?
You don't know Shay, but I think Steve was working a little harder than Officer Burke.
Bird.
I think Steve was working a little harder than Bird on that show.
Because he was separating people from fighting?
Yes, Monét. Yes. That is exactly why. What did Bird do? Hand people paper? Bring evidence back and forth? That's all he was doing.
But he was holding that he held that court together. People were intimidated by his gravitas.
They were intimidated by that tiny little Jewish lady up there.
Judge Judy Schweinlin. When did the courtroom TV shows take over? Remember that, like Judge Mathis, Judge Maybelline, Judge Joe Brown.
I feel like it must have been the People's Court. I feel.
Is that the lady that's now the Republican lady? What's her name?
Her name is Judge. She's a white
Janine Shapiro.
Joseph Wapner.
Oh, where's Janine Shapiro from?
Oh, he was the original. I don't know. Maybe there's a different one.
And to be clear, Janine Shapiro is not the same.
Okay, not Shapiro, baby. It's Piro.
Oh, it's Piro?
She's not related to Ben Shapiro, even though they have similar takes.
Hey, wait, is Janine Pirro the one, the white conservative lady? Is that the same one?
Yes, for sure.
She really wants you to know that she is from a Latin country, because she's always Janine Pirro. She on the show, she's always like, we have a saying in Spanish. Solamente pregúntale a mucha más pareja de parte, debe estar recuperando. She always does that.
Got it.
And I'd be like, I don't even know if these are real sayings.
I think a fly just flew in my ear, by the way. Like, I heard it, and I'm like, and I'm trying to play cool on the air, but I think a fly just flew in my ear.
That sounds really
okay, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Then we'll get into a talk show. But like, you see it now, all these campaigns, right? About Tyra Banks and how problematic America's Next Top Model. I can't. America's Next Top Model was.
You do have a top model right now, number one.
And I get it, but hot take, albeit problematic, Tyra Banks, the show was just amplifying how problematic the modeling world was at large. Like, Tyra wasn't making up that they fat shame, they're transphobic, they're racist.
Ow! Oh shit, that is hot. That take is hot.
Oh. No, I'm saying, like, we can hold Tyra. It's like we're holding Tyra Banks accountable, but not talking about how toxic the model industry is at large. Yes, we have people like, what's the trans woman that just won Model of the Year?
Amber, Jessica.
No, her name is something Kasani, right? Trans woman, like that would have. Which, although I think
Brand.
I don't know, whatever. Kasani, everyone knows. I think Alex Kasani. And like, which I don't. Jake, can you look up how old the model awards are? I feel like I don't remember hearing Naomi Campbell or Tyra Banks or Giselle won Model of the Year. I think that these are new awards.
To be clear, these awards only get recognition when a trans woman wins it. No one ever cared about Woman of the Year until Caitlyn Jenner won it. No, I don't think a person out there can name another Woman of the Year. I literally don't think that
Woman of the Year or Athlete of the Year?
Woman of the Year. Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year.
For who gives that award?
I don't know when they Google it. I don't know. Someone gives it out. But I don't think anyone out there can actually name another person who won Woman of the Year. It only mattered once a trans woman won it. You know?
Well, no about Time Magazine.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you can't name a person who's won it, but without looking up, can you name another woman who won it?
I don't know.
Not looking it up.
No, but Caitlyn didn't win that.
Caitlyn Jenner. Well, look up the one that she won. Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year.
I think she won. Glamour Woman of the Year.
There it is.
Got it. No, I don't know anyone else was won it. But what I was saying is that, like, yes, the show, whatever, they're amplifying that, but like, we need to talk about how bad. I mean, again, I'm not a model. I never worked as a model. I don't think I ever will work as a model. But obviously, the community has shifted, and it's gotten a lot better. But it's just like all the toxic shit Janice Dickinson would say, fucking Nigel Barker would say. I'm like, they were all part of the bigger problem, which is the modeling industry at large. But no one's talking about that. There's like, well, Tyra's evil and she made them do this. Let's take a break. I'm here too.
I said let's take a break.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like meal planning takes more time than actually cooking. Like, after a long night of hooking, Trade had liked a deception, so I wanted to make the meal. And the last thing I want to do is spend hours in the kitchen doing it after I just spent hours doing something else, which is exactly why I love Home Chef. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease.
What I love most is the variety. Home Chef has over 30 options a week, and they even offer meals from different dietary needs. I was providing for my family when my mother was with us, and I would send Home Chef over to the house because sometimes they could not go out because my mother had was disabled. So I was able to send food to the house. They could cook without having to go to the grocery store. And if you're someone who wants to keep it super, super simple, they've got these new 5-ingredient meals that take no time at all to prep. Y'all know I'm not for these chef streets. I'm not for these culinary streets.
We know.
And I'm aware too, okay? Unlike the girls in this season Drag Race, I'm aware, okay? So listen, for a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/rivalry to grab this exclusive deal. That's homechef.com/rivalry for 18 free meals and free desserts for life. Homechef.com/rivalry. Must be an active subscriber to receive free desserts.
Okay, listen, I know I just interrupted either me or Monét. I know. Listen. I know you wanted to watch this whole video.
Stop interrupting Monét. What?
Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking. Now listen, if you want to watch the full video is available. You have to go to our Patreon to watch it. Yes, honey, people pay for this content, and they're paying it so you can watch the first half for free, so you can either thank them or you can join them, quite frankly.
Yeah, so you come join us over at Patreon and see the full thing in 4K, honey. 4K
That's
quality.
Right. And not only that, y'all, you're going to get to see a lot of exclusive content. Our one-woman shows, some of our stand-up specials are there. Crowd work specials are there. And also, I will fight you in the comments. If you come for me sideways, I will fight you.
And he's not playing. His shit bitch is not playing. The full trainer effect is giving.
All right, let's get back to the episode. I want to hear what we have to say.
I think people have been talking about problematic stuff in the modeling industry for a very long time. Like, I don't think it's a new conversation.
I don't know any of this stuff. I feel like I've only heard it about Tyra Banks in the show. I haven't heard about how they didn't feed the models this at the Dolce & Gabbana this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't hear about that stuff, but apparently it happens all the time, but we don't hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I do, but maybe you and I are just having very different experiences. I mean, I'm obviously not a model, you know what I mean? But like, it's not absurd to imagine that, like, my things that I see in the modeling world could coalesce into one. Like, there's got to be some fusion at some point where we see the same things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, to me, it's pretty clear that I've always heard these things. It's something I've always heard personally.
Yeah.
Like, you never heard about like models not eating enough and models working long hours and models getting fat shamed?
But not to the extent where it's like Tyra Banks, where it was like, we need to take her down. She is evil. What she has done to the model community has destroyed lives. I'm like, that can be true, but why are we talking about all what you talking about? That has happened to a lot of people and happened to way more people than the women Tyra has affected on her show.
If everyone is speeding and the cop pulls you over, you can't go, what about them? You got pulled over.
This is true. But I'm saying, I want to say Tyra is a small percentage of a bigger problem that we're not addressing the bigger problem. We're like, yeah. But this one at the show. But the girls are, they're calling them niggers and they're making them wear this and they're like, whatever. But this one right here, it's like, well, yes, and.
Just addressing one thing doesn't mean that other things aren't also being addressed. Like, I don't understand what is the option? Just leave Tyra alone and get everyone else?
No,
is the option leave Tyra alone and get everyone else at the same time?
No, the option is to get everyone.
Because people have been talking about Janice Dixon being a monster for a very long time.
People have a very similar, different experience than Tyra Banks, though.
People have been talking about Naomi Campbell being aggressive and violent for a very, very long time.
She gets awarded for her behavior.
I mean, I think she's getting awarded for different things. She's being awarded for being a good model, and she's being addressed for she's going to jail or doing community service or getting
to jail.
Well, she got arrested. That's why she.
What was this the phone incident?
She attacked someone with a cell phone.
Right. I don't know if she went to jail.
Well, yeah, she got arrested. Yeah.
Got it.
I think actually, I'm not sure she got arrested, but I know she had to do community service.
I do. I remember that. I remember the community service of it all.
And of course, these models are the forward-facing people, right? So people have been talking about how Anna Wintour is an absolute monster to models, and not just do what?
I said, have they?
There's a whole there's a whole movie about it.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, there's a whole movie about it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I think people have been addressing it in their ways here and there over different things. And I don't think anyone's accusing Tyra. Actually, I don't know if I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I don't think anyone's accusing Tyra of anything illegal. They're just saying it was not nice.
Yeah. I don't think it was illegal. I don't think it was illegal work. No.
You know,
I want to watch the documentary though.
You don't think a conversation that needs to be had? The way that they treat people who used to audition for these talent shows.
Oh, I was on the receiving end of it, girl.
Me too. I genuinely think that it should be criminal. The stuff I have auditioned for America's Got Talent. I have auditioned for Last Comic Standing, and I think those are the only two that I've done, besides obviously Drag Race.
I did AGT and I did American Idol.
Can you tell about your experience? Have you seen the video of that girl who the pink impersonator from London who went crazy and started attacking the cameras?
And so attacking the cameras?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see this.
But when you hear her side of the story, you're like, yeah, bitch, I would have fucking attacked the cameras too.
Yeah, like you get these, because it's a cattle call, right? It's so many. They're casting a huge, wide net in your town, neighborhood, city, whatever it is. And New York City, I mean, I understand it. They're getting millions of submissions, I would imagine, or close to, maybe not millions, but
thousands is probably a safe assumption.
I would say tens of thousands is a safe assumption for sure.
I mean, also, what you guys don't realize too is to get to the audition with the judges, you have to be accepted to get that far.
Yeah.
Right? So to audition in front of the judges, you've already either auditioned or been pre-screened by someone else before you even get there. Mm-hmm. You don't just get to walk in off the street and wait in line and you will be seen by the judges. That's not how that works.
Yeah. I submitted my thing online. They say submit online, I'll apply, whatever, and you get a time. They say okay, your arrival window your time is between 9 and 10:30. I think mine was that early. Or it was like 8 and 9, something like that. I had to be ready. So I worked the overnight shift at the hotel. So bitch, I got done at 7 a.m. And I started gluing down my eyebrows at 6 at work because I had to be in drag. So then I drive my car to the West Side Highway to the by the Intrepid, and I was on the East Side. So a little drive, go over there, sit in my car, do my makeup, get done right at 8 o'clock.
You did it at the ballroom, right?
No, mine was all the way at the water on a thing over there, the water. And then so I get to the thing. I have my little paper printed out. I have my outfit on, my wig, everything. Handed my sheet. They're like, okay, your time is between 8 and 9. Just stay in this area. Someone will call your name. Sat there until they said my time was between 8 and 9 a.m. They did not call me until 5 p.m. And I was sitting there all day. And then you're afraid that if you go and get lunch, they're gonna call your name, you're gonna miss your opportunity. And all this time you sat there so you're just at the beck and call, like hoping, like waiting around for them to call your name. And there are food options there for like $20 for a fucking turkey sandwich. I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have money for that. So I sat there all day. They finally called my name at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock wasn't even the thing. When they called me at 5 o'clock, that was to get ready. I didn't then to go do my first round with the people. That was not until 7 p.m. So I was there for almost 12 hours. And when I finally saw me at 7 p.m., that was for the small audition. I passed that one, then went to another one that happened a little shortly after that, like half an hour later, and I didn't get through, and then I went home. So I was there for over 12 hours, and I didn't get through.
That is so. See, y'all don't realize when you see people on TV crying or breaking down or going crazy, you do not know how much they went through to get there. So when I did America's Got Talent, I remember I got scouted. They saw me at So You Think You Can Drag.
Mm.
And they were like, we want you to audition for the show. You need to come audition, do the act you did, but do it again for us. And I was like, okay. They're like, but the New York City audition is already over. Can you come to Boston?
Girls, you went to Boston?
By the way, Boston to audition for the producers, not to audition on camera.
Okay.
Can you come to Boston to audition for the producers? Absolutely. I come to Boston, I audition. They say, it's just not right for this year. I go, okay. Next year.
This was a solo act.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was I Am Changing. My old I Am Changing, where I did a costume change. I used to come out like Hannibal Lecter with this mask and a straight jacket, and then I would turn, and then I would be wearing the prison jumpsuit, and then would turn to a gown. It's the old Cinderella dress trick.
Bob went to Boston with his little panoply of tricks, honey.
And then they called me back the next year, and they were like, hey, we want you to audition again. I said, I don't really want to audition again. I had to go all the way to Boston last time, and I didn't make it in. I just don't want to. Thank you so much for reaching out. They go, you don't have to audition. You can go straight to the judges this year. I said, oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. That's so exciting. But I don't really want to go by myself. Like, I'm not a magician. Like, I did that one trick, but I would not categorize myself as a magician. Like, I'm a drag queen. I do comedy and I do lip sync. So, like, can I do stand up? They're like, no, we don't want you to do stand up. We want you to do a number. And I was like, well, I don't really think that, like, my act, I love my act, but, like, it wouldn't win the show. I'm going to get some friends together. I got my friends. We called ourselves the Glamour Beast. It was me, Brenda Darling, Lily Heavenly, Miss Cracker, Delilah Brooks, and Honey LeBronx.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say. We called ourselves the Glamour Beast. And we got up there, all of us, we were hurt, y'all. The process to pick a song was so stressful.
Because of y'all or because of the people?
It was like, what can they approve? What do they want?
Rights. Okay.
I also know what do they want and what can they approve? You know what I mean? So they wanted us to do impersonations at one point. We were like, we don't all really do impersonations, but some of us like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. None of us are impersonators, but we were going to do I'm Every Woman and come out as different women. That was the whole plan for the number. But then they were like, but what I didn't know, which I know now, is that to impersonate someone on TV is way more expensive than just performing the number.
Really?
You can't use their likeness. So like, let's say if you're gonna use a song on a TV show, it roughly blanket across the board costs $20,000. Every time you hear a song on a TV show, it costs roughly $20,000 every single time. Once you start lip syncing to it, they're adding more money to it. Now, if you look anything like the original artist, they're gonna like it quadruples. Even if
how does Drag Race get away with it? Like when they do the Nights of $1,000 and the fucking Dolly Parton lip sync on there.
And you can dress like Dolly Parton. You just cannot lip sync to Dolly Parton's song while dressed like Dolly.
Lip sync for your life. What do you think that means?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they probably pay a lot of money. Yeah. They have it. So anyway, we get our video, we get our number together. We end up doing Blow by Kesha. The number is an old drag number I used to do where we do Blow by Kesha, where we open our jackets, we have I have this bomb strapped to my chest, I hit a button, confetti comes out of the top. It's this whole number, right?
Who rigged that together for you?
Me, I did it myself.
So the timing of this with these?
No, it's not here. It's here. So I have the bombs on my chest, and then I have one confetti cannon in the front that's wrapped just like the other ones. They all look the same. And I just press one button in the front.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So we get there. Very similar story to Monét Exchange. We need you guys here by 9 o'clock. By 9 a.m. Full dragoons. Okay, we'll be there. We'll be there by 9 a.m.
Who was late?
No one.
No one was late?
Not a single person. Everybody. We took this so seriously, Monét. Full drag, 9 a.m. This was the same year of season 4 of Drag Race, I remember. Because I chose not to audition because I was gonna win American. I was about to win $1 million.
Like RuPaul, I don't your little stupid little show.
I didn't need it. I was about to win $1 million Vegas residency. Okay. So we get on the show. We get there at 9 o'clock. Everyone's ready. Just 1 second. We'll be right with you all. You will be right there. We hit the stage at 10:30 p.
That's crazy. 13 hours.
10:30 p to the M.
Sorry, it's 13 and a half hours. That's crazy.
And we were with Helena Bronx. Anyone knows Helena Bronx knows Helena Bronx is wild. She's one of my old friends, and she is not afraid to ruffle feathers. She is kind of annoying in her own lovable way. And she kept constantly asking the producers, like, when can we go? 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 And she's always eating these cashews. So she'd be popping these cashews in her mouth and going up to the thing, and she would talk like with the cashews falling in her mouth full. Well, when is it our turn? When's it our turn? Well, actually, no, she has a very thick Midwestern accent. Oh, so when do we get to go? When's our chance to go? When do we get to go on stage? So they finally bring us together, this little interview, and Helena Bronx is eating these cashews while he's trying to talk to us, kind of like not paying attention. And then we finally hit the stage. We get up on that stage, we do our number, and as soon as the song starts, this place about to blow. Immediately, and one giant. Actually, I don't know if it was immediately. I can't remember or not. There was one. There might have been immediate. I can't remember if it was immediate or not. But there was Delilah Brooks started fucking up the choreography. She got the buzz scared Delilah Brooks. She got like she was shook, right?
Yo, girl.
So I remember at one point we were doing Single Ladies. This little moment, bitch, we're all facing the same direction. Why are me and Delilah looking each other's eyes? Why did I turn and we are locked? I said, oh my God. This big group of guys in the front row, all dressed the exact same way, all stood up simultaneously, started going, it was like 15 of them all at once stood up.
That is humiliating.
I'm like, are they
demoralizing?
They just come here and X people? What's going on? And then I think maybe that's when we start getting the buzzes. So one buzz goes, Delilah, I think, starts crying while we're dancing. People are now all facing different directions. We get another buzz. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop dancing. We get our third buzz, X, 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 Tension. We have all X's across the board.
Damn.
0.
X,
Chop,
X,
chop,
X
chop.
across the board.
Yeah, chops across the board, honey. Chops across the board.
No.
And then I talked to, so I was the leader of the group, right? So that naturally. So then I go over and I'm saying I'm the one with the microphone, and they never aired this. I think they didn't air. I've talked about this before on different podcasts before. They didn't air it, I think, because they knew it didn't look good. But immediately, Howard Stern starts to sexually harass us.
How?
He goes, well, that one's got great legs, and that one's really hot, and that one's also kind of sexy. And then I was like, we're not interested. We're not interested. And he goes, I could have any one of you I wanted.
Wait, Jacob has the article here by Entertainment Weekly. Bob the Drag Queen says Howard Stern had a crude sexual reaction to her unaired America's Got Talent audition.
And he kept asserting like anyone. He kept saying Kiki Darling. He kept going to how he wanted Kiki Darling, who was a very tall, slim, caramel complected black drag queen.
I mean, Howard Stern should have done his research to know that you were very obstreperous, and you would not be sitting there letting niggas just talk to you the type of way. He should have fucking did that shit, yo. I cannot believe that. That is so fucking good.
But yeah, I think that the gag was we're sitting here and then he and I are going back and forth, and I kept being like, none of us want to have sex with you, like you wish. He kept being like, any one of you would be begging me, like something like that. And obviously they would not air that because it just didn't look good on anyone for him to be having a conversation with us. And then I do remember Sharon Needles going, I'll never forget these words. I will never forget these words. She goes, it looks like you didn't even rehearse.
Sorry,
Sharon
who?
Needles? You mean
Sharon Osbourne, sorry.
I was like, wait, Sharon Needles was a part of this group?
Sharon Osbourne, it looks like you didn't even rehearse.
So you imagine she was like Delilah.
So anyway, that was just like and then we walk off stage after being completely humiliated. And as we're leaving the stage, we see the producer who Honey Little Bronx has been harassing all day. And the girl, some of them are crying, some of them are angry, some of them are just want to go home and get it over with.
And she's eating cashews like, how you did?
And he's got his cashews. And he's like, oh, what happened out there? Bummer, huh?
Wait, now he's eating cashews?
Now he's eating cashews.
Screaming.
Looking at us being like, oh, what happened out there?
Shady.
Oh, bummer, huh?
So, yeah. So when you see these competition shows, these bitches, I mean, I would imagine maybe it's better now, better conditions, but maybe not. When you see these audition shows, people have gone through it, girl, to get on
They're
this shit.
dangling the carrot of success in front of people's faces who want this more than they want their
So
next
bad.
breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys. And it's not the same as like being on a competition show, but it's these open cattle competition shows where you get to come in and the thing about American Idol is to make it to the judges room, you have to be screened. So someone heard you sing poorly and chose to put you on TV because you sing poorly.
Yeah. William Hung.
Making it to the second round does not mean you're the best of the best. It means you're the most entertaining of the most entertaining.
Yeah, they're trying to make TV, y'all. They're trying to make TV. If they put through all good singers, people are like, oh, whatever. They have to put. They're producing a television show. Like it's TV.
They don't really do it anymore, though. I think those have been kind of like they're kind of taboo in Hollywood now. Like you don't.
I don't watch the shows anymore, so I don't know. So I couldn't tell you.
And they take. That's why I was watching Mr. Beast lately. This Beast Games. What's it called, Jacob? The Beast Games. The Beastly Games.
Oh,
yeah, it's called the Beast Games.
Which is just this. So if you don't know, Mr. Beast is the most followed YouTuber. He is his whole thing is he's a rich guy who gives out a lot of money. That's his whole thing is I'm a very rich man and I give out a lot of money. I give out houses, I give away cars. He's just a rich man who gives a lot of people a lot of stuff. That's his whole bit, being rich and giving money away and houses and cars and yachts and stuff and spending a lot of money. So he now has his own version of the Squid Game, where he invites people over to engage in games of absolute chance and opportunity to win absurd amounts of money.
Jag.
Now, Mr. Beast has also done some great things. Mr. Beast did a thing once where he gave. Can you look up the number? He did something where he paid these surgeons to do this surgery that will help blind people see. He gave thousands of blind people vision just as a random YouTube video. So I'm sure he does some charitable things as well. But his main grift is
Is the show
dangling.
good?
Huh?
Is the show good?
I haven't watched much of it. To be honest. I just watched a few minutes. And I keep seeing clips on my For You page.
I mean, the Squid Game show was so good. So if anything like the Squid Game show, I
You mean the Squid Game challenge?
The challenge, yeah, the challenge one.
I mean, Squid Game challenge. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like when you're on these shows, like, I mean, obviously, I have competed on reality TV shows. Clearly, I did RuPaul's Drag Race. I've done America's Got Talent. I've done The Traitors. I have done Last Comic Standing. I'm not new to the reality TV world.
But yours were all talent based though. A show like Squid Game Challenge or Mr. Beast show is not a talent. You know, there's not a talent that you're coming to the show with and you're putting that talent against other people. Whether albeit drag, albeit a manipulator for traders, albeit a comedian for Last Comic Standing.
There can be strategy. There can be strategy, and because the Squid Game Challenge was kind of like a little bit like Survivor, but also with a bunch of chance games. Also, real quick, spoiler alert to anyone watching the Squid Game. The new Squid Game season 2. Spoiler alert. So this is your chance. Spoiler alert. You heard me say it. Spoiler alert.
I heard it's not good.
Monét, we are going to play Russian roulette, okay?
Okay. Wait, you were in the middle of but you giving me whiplash. You were literally mid-sentence about something else and you just went to what were you finished the thought you were saying before?
I don't remember what I was saying.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to play Russian roulette, okay?
Mr. Beast, the cataract surgery.
Oh yeah, he gave a bunch of people a cataract surgery. I don't remember how many it was. I was hoping Jake would look it up, but I don't know how many it was.
Oh, okay. So I mean, here's the thing. In the video is titled "I give 1,000 people cataract surgery." In the video, there are documented 200 cataract surgeries in the U.S. And then the end of the video, he's like, "Oh yeah, and we also gave 800 other people in Mexico cataract surgery." But they don't film it, they don't document it, so there's no actual proof that he did 1,000. There is documented proof that he did 2,000. Sorry, there's documented proof that he did 200.
Got it. So, man, we're going to play Russian roulette, okay?
Okay.
In the Squid Game, at the end of episode 1 of season 2, he takes a gun and he puts a bullet in it. You spin it and you keep shooting until someone gets clicked. So, Jacob is going to generate a number 1 through 6, and you and I are just going to keep picking until someone hits that number.
And who hits it gets shot?
Yep.
Damn. Okay, I have a better idea. We should do this game in person with a real gun and a real bullet.
I've never held a gun and I don't want to start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Jacob, I'm ready.
All right, who's first?
I guess you need to...
You're muted, Bob.
Flip a coin.
So, Monét, we're both going to bring up a 1 through 6 number generator.
I have it. I have a number.
No, but we have to generate. We're not guessing a number. You just generate them.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
Jacob has the official number. We're just generating numbers as well. So, Monét, do you have your number generator up?
Wait, is 1 2 6?
Yeah, type in 1 through 6 number generator.
I got it. I just know what we're doing. Okay. Wait. Got it. Okay.
All right. And
who goes first?
Jacob, tell us what to do.
Okay. We'll start with Bob.
Okay. 2.
Nope. You are safe, Bob.
1.
Monét, you are safe.
1.
No, you can't say the number I already said.
I just keep well then
you have to go again.
Oh, you want me to generate a new number every time?
No, wait, how do we do it then?
No, Jacob holds onto a number and we give him a turn. If one of us, if a number one of us has said, then you have to generate again until you get another number, because essentially that number wouldn't be on the table, but we.
Oh, I understand. That is true. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna roll every time. Okay.
No, you're not gonna roll every time.
So Monét and I just picking random.
Can I explain it? Jacob is gonna hold on to his number. Let's say number is 3, right? You're not gonna go.
I get it. You and I are just picking random numbers. We're not generating numbers.
Yeah, we're just
So let's start over. Here we go, Jacob. Roll that number, Jacob.
Okay, I'm rolling it right now. The number has been selected.
Okay, I'm first again.
I'll go first this time.
Okay, go ahead.
And between 1 and 6, right, Jacob?
Yep.
4.
You are safe.
1.
Bam.
Damn! Dead. Nigga, you dead.
Okay, now you two go. You two go. You ready?
Okay.
All right. The number has been selected. Monét, you won, so you choose who goes first.
Jacob goes first.
All right. 6.
You are safe.
4.
You are safe.
5.
You are safe.
1.
You are safe.
50-50, bitch.
You are safe. Monét, you have no choice. This is the last one. You're dead, bitch. Bam! That was a crazy. Y'all went all the way to 6. That was crazy.
Pisces power, bitch. Pisces power.
What if we get another cancer in this bitch so we can scrub you hoes up?
All right. Well, on this episode, I feel like we stayed on the topic for longer.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
We stayed on the topic for longer than 5 minutes. That was very impressive, and I'm very proud of us.
We did, and your word was certainly recalcitrant.
Damn, how'd you know?
You thought, oh, if I do it first, it'll be easy. I know how your brain works.
Fairly, you did it. And yours was coalesce.
It was not.
What was it?
My word was I gotta look it up again because I used it so long ago.
Lugubrious?
Lugubrious. Yes.
Oh my God, I literally wrote that down. I was like, of course Bob knows what lugubrious is. It's literally
I know what lugubrious is, but it was still my word. I mean, just because it's my word doesn't
Do you? Because you also used it out of context. You used it in an incorrect sentence.
No, I said it. No, I didn't.
Lugubrious means sad and dismal, and you were talking about it applying deodorant.
Oh, mine says especially or exaggeratedly or affectedly. That's what mine says.
Let me look what I sent you. Mournful, especially exaggeratedly or effective.
Oh, I missed on the first part.
So because you
Dismal.
wrote it correctly, I win.
You just made up rules. You just made up a rule.
That's what we're doing. We're making rules up.
You just made up a whole rule. This feels like the other day. By the way, the other day before I go, we were at Monét's party, and we were like, should you say if the gift is yours, a white elephant? Should you say if the gift is yours?
Oh, this is prime. Yes. Okay.
And I was like, you should say if it's your gift. And I know now why Andy didn't want to say what gift it was because he's the one who gave out hideous underwear. But Monét was like, you don't have to. And I was like, yeah, but people want to. Everyone kept being like, I want to, Monét. And
Okay, not everyone. It was literally just you and Jasmine.
And Kim and Godoy. Everyone who heard the conversation
that's
chimed in.
Everyone. That's literally less than half the
Everyone who
people
heard
there.
it chimed in.
Everyone was sitting there.
Let's tell Monét we should vote. Monét didn't want to vote. Monét was scared of democracy.
Because it's my house. And I said no.
Monét's scared of democracy.
It's my party.
But you don't make the rules.
Yes, I do.
You make the rules for the house. You make the rules for your house, but we still have, your rule can't be no one in my house can say that they bought their gift.
Yes, it is. It's my party at my house.
That's crazy. You can be like, you can't break my things. But you can't be like, y'all niggas can't breathe.
I had such a fun couple days of activity. I'm so excited. I'm going to New York tomorrow. I'm going to go see Audra McDonald and Gypsy. Then I'm going to hang out with, I'm going to the studio on Sunday. And then Bob and I are going to go see Whoopi Goldberg on Monday. I'm very excited in the next couple days. I'm like so excited.
Gang, gang. I'll see you in New York City, my love.
I'll see you more, my love.
All right.
Bye.